Venerable Sir.
Nice.
Where's
Hello,
everyone
everyone.
else?
Very good. Seems like we're still missing some people, right? Not many people coming today.
Yes, Thinzar is and May. Thinzar and May. And Valentina?
Yeah. And
Thinzar, May, Valentina, who else?
May?
I don't think Valentina's coming.
Is May? May?
There's Thinzar, I think. I hope.
Oh, quite a few people are missing today.
So May around. Oh, it's frozen. Still frozen.
What is frozen?
So-
Am I frozen?
Oh.
Is everybody frozen?
Yeah. Venerable Sir, you were frozen.
Oh,
You are
it's just me who's frozen?
Specifically, I think there's something. I think you're inter.
Sure. It's fine. I will resolve that.
What did you say? I mean.
That, oh, it moved, but yeah, it's moving.
Am I still frozen?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Wait, never mind.
He's not frozen. I saw his lips
Yeah,
moving.
he moved. He moved.
Okay, now everything's fine. So I'm going to do the attendance. So Andre is here. Emily is here. And May is not in here. Let me see the homework. So I will have to demote you. Do you know what that means? I will have to demote you. It means I will have to decrease your level. It seems that level 3 is too high. I will need to make you level 2, grade 2.
Wait, so we're going to the underclass? So.
It means, no, that's just because you... It is
so wait,
because...
is our class like kindergarten, or are we going down to grade 2 with the other students?
No, there is no class 2 at this moment existing. We have only 1 and 3. So if I make you 2, it doesn't change anything at all except the number. But the point is that if you are grade 2, then that means that you still can go to grade 3. So that allows that next year I can teach you some more things.
Yay.
New grade 3, right? New grade 3?
Yeah, next year would be grade 3 and you would be learning something more difficult than you're learning now.
Venerable Sir, when the other students go to grade 2, it's going to be very hard because they have to read all of these jatakas, and it's not as simple as the 40 stories book. And also, you have to, more students will come, therefore you have to listen to more sentences. Even more one.
Sure, definitely. But the point is that we are now super fast with the grade 1, and they are doing things that you did in 3 years, they will be able to do in 1 year very easily. I'm like, very, very easily. Because, you know, when you were studying 3 years, you were spending so much time teaching you how to adjust your camera, prepare your camera, and resolving problems. I didn't come, I was not teaching something, or you didn't come, or something happened, and a lot of mess. Now with the grade 1, no problem. We miss, so far we had, I don't know, maybe 20 classes, and we missed about 2 or 3. So we are just not missing classes. Usually we don't miss classes, and the classes are very fast. People do their homework. We don't need to search anything. We have there about 40, 50 students in that one class.
And they're very lucky because they only have to write 1 sentence. Even people our age, 1 sentence.
Yeah, but they will be doing the same thing that you're doing as soon as they move on further. But each of them will have 1 story, you know. And when they have 1 story, then we will actually, the book that you're doing now with these difficulties, they will have within just few weeks, because
Wow.
each of you gets a story. So if all of you do a story every week, you get 6 stories per week. Now, if out of those 40 people, let's say we will get 30 students who will pass, they need to pass, they need to have the necessary attendance, at least 75% attendance. That means out of, let's say, 50 weeks, they need to have at least, let's say, about 40 weeks, 40 classes they must attend. So if they did not attend enough, then sorry, they have to repeat their grade 1. Now, if they have fulfilled it, for example, 30 students, then imagine it. Out of these 30 students, let's say 20 students will decide to follow grade 2. The others will be just lazy and not follow anything. Can happen. Now, if 20 students follow grade 2, then they will be about 4 times faster than you. Can you imagine that? So what do you do in 1 year? They will have done in 3 months.
Unfair.
You can join them if you think it's fair. Not really, right?
Wow.
But the thing is that they do not have the relationship. Like now here you have a nice relationship. You know each other very well because you're just 4 or 6 people. They are 40 people. They don't know about each other anything at all. They just
Well,
come there
also,
and they see a lot of strangers. That's it.
but I would say there's a problem with that system, and the problem is that they're not getting as much content as we are. So they'll finish in 3 months, but they also get 3 times less content.
Less content. Well, that's not actually true because our classes are 30 minutes longer than yours.
Well,
So
no. What I'm saying is that what they're reading, because each of them only gets 1 story, right? So they finish 3 times faster, but they read 3 times less jatakas.
they will need more time to read their summaries, but we will make the system somehow that we do at least 10 jatakas per week. I'm sure we can do that. So then we will be very, very fast, and then I will probably do with them some leisure activities because we will be finished so fast that I will have nothing to teach them that year. So it's amazing. You are the forerunners. You are the forefathers and foremothers of these Buddhist classes. Like without you, there would be nothing. There would be no class for the children. It's thanks to you that you have started to follow these classes, which made me to think and develop the system, and so we created what we have created, and we are still developing it further and further. Now from their class, probably it will be the same amount. So they are the first people who enjoy. They just come and they already enjoy what has been made thanks to you, right? So you are the people, you are the founders. You're the founders of these amazing Buddhist classes, which teach students basics of Buddhism and meditation and how to follow precepts and how to be a good person. So this is great. On the other hand, and I think actually for you it's only advantage. It's just that you have more work, and it's more constrained by time, whereas they have less work because there are more people, and I cannot dedicate that much time to each person, of course, because there are so many people. So I have only 3 out of the about 50 students. Only 3 people can read their homework. The rest cannot read their homework. So they're getting a little lazy, they're like, I don't care, somebody else is reading homework, not me, so what's the problem? They have to submit the homework, that's true. We have a nice system, so we know exactly who did homework, who didn't. And if they don't do 3 times homework, they're disqualified. That's true, it's pretty strict. But they do not get much attention. Yeah. But anytime they raise their hand, I try to answer any of their questions. Our class, therefore, is a little longer. So instead of 60 minutes, we have 90 minutes classes.
Oh.
I think we should probably mute.
Just a moment. I'm trying to resolve here some very weird problem. So we have May, and May had 71. Okay. So I need to do the attendance. Just a moment. Yes, May did it. And then Tenza is here. I don't see Tenza. Where's Tenza? But she was here, right?
That was her mom, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was.
It was.
I thought.
I
It
saw her
said-
today.
Huh?
And her mom just was here a while ago.
Yeah. So where did she go?
I'm
Maybe
now,
it-
you know,
that
I'm
way-
now in
Maybe she
Virginia.
was trying to join and then she was able to join and they don't have internet, so she joined and managed to join, but then she disconnected
No,
again. maybe.
Denzel wasn't here. Denzel was, I'm sure she's ready for the class. Something's going wrong.
Joelle won't be coming today.
I'm sure that Denzel will be coming. There's absolutely no reason that she doesn't come. So then, Diddy is here. Valentina, not. Then Yamona is here. Zue is not. Okay, cool. So I have done the attendance. Oh, Tenza is still on the car. That's why. And coming soon. Nice. We will be meditating with the teenagers. So please wait for meditation and I will do with you the precepts. And that will be in which language? Let's do Burmese. And you already know it. So let's start right away. So you can all unmute. Let's get into it. Yamaha wadami tam wadeta.
Mama,
Aham bhanti. Titaranena taha. Piensatila dhamma yasami.
and Yasami.
Anogahan katawa.
Anogahan
Tilan de tame bhanti.
Tilan de
Anukampan upadaya.
Anukampan
Dutiyampi aham bhanti. Titaranena taha.
Itarnetaha
Piensatilan dhamma yasami.
Piensatilan Yasami.
Anogahan katawa.
Anogahan
Tilan de tame bhanti.
Tilam de Tame Bante
Anukampan upadaya.
Anukampan
Tatiyampi aham bhanti.
Tatyampi Aham Bante
Titaranena taha.
Itarnetaha.
Atthangatamanagatan.
Excuse me?
Sorry, piensatilan dhamma yasami.
Piensatilan Tame Yasami.
Anogahan katawa.
Anogahan Katwa
Tilan de tame bhanti.
Tilan de Tame Bante
Anukampan upadaya.
Anukampan Adaya.
Namo tatta bhagavato arahato tamma sambuddhassa.
Namo Tata Bhagavato Arahato Dhamma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tata Bhagavato Arahato Dhamma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tata Bhagavato Arahato Dhamma Sambuddhassa.
Bodhantaranang gishami, Dhammantaranang gishami, Tanghantaranang gishami.
Bodhantaranang gishami, Dhammantaranang gishami, Tanghantaranang gishami.
Dutiyampi Bodhantaranang gishami, Dutiyampi Dhammantaranang gishami, Dutiyampi Tanghantaranang gishami.
Dutiyampi
Bodhantaranang gishami.
Bodhantaranang gishami,
Bodhantaranang gishami. Dutiyampi Tanghantaranang gishami.
Tatiyampi Bodhantaranang gishami, Tatiyampi Dhammantaranang gishami, Tatiyampi Tanghantaranang gishami.
Dutiyampi
Bodhantaranang gishami.
Bodhantaranang gishami,
Dutiyampi
Tanghantaranang
gishami. Dutiyampi Tanghantaranang gishami.
Taranagamanam Pariponam. Yes. Okay, Tenzak came for the 5 precepts, so let's get into it. So the first precept, what is the meaning of the first precept? What is the first precept, Andre?
I refrain from killing.
Yes. Panatipata veramani padantamadhyami.
Panatipata veramani.
Emily, what is the meaning of the second precept?
No killing?
That was what was just now.
No stealing.
Don't help anyone. We'll wait for Emily to find out. Well, you have only 4 options, right? So no, Andre, don't help. Emily, you have just 4 options, right? So you cannot get much wrong. You can get wrong 3 times maximum. So try. What could it be? What are other precepts? What are the 5 precepts? No killing, and then?
No drugs.
No drugs, okay. Anything else?
No lying.
That's right. No, anything else? Don't help anyone.
Something like if you have a wife, you can't.
Yes, that's right. No adultery. Another. Anything else?
One.
Violence?
No. That's in killing. Something else. Don't help anyone. Be careful. Isn't that amazing? She told us all of them except the one that's coming. So, Emily, what could it be? So in not killing, you cherish other people's life. In the second precept, you cherish other people's what?
I don't know.
Okay, Yamona, what do you think?
No stealing.
That's right, no stealing. Emily, do you agree? Okay, so let's get into it. Adena dana veramani teikha padantamadhyami.
Adena
dana veramani teikha padantamadhyami.
Okay, then Zah, what is the third precept?
Let's see. No drinking alcohol.
No.
Oh man. No remarrying. I mean, no cheating.
No cheating, that's right. So you would say not falling in love with someone who's not your spouse. Can you remember that? Not falling in love with someone who is not your spouse. Okay, so if that's not your husband and you're not your wife, you will not fall in love with them. Now, if you don't have a husband or wife, you can fall in love with someone who's not your husband or wife because you have no money. But it must be someone who's not a wife or husband of someone else. But we can simplify and we can say not falling in love with someone who's not your spouse. Okay, but now you know the meaning. Not if you are married, you don't fall in love with someone else, and if you are not married, you can fall in love with someone, but they should not be married already. They are married already now. Okay. Okay, so you can repeat. Kame tume sasara vera manite kapadantamadiyami. So, Thiri, what is the fourth rule?
So we already did killing, we already did stealing, we already did no.
Adultery,
Wait, no.
you can call it adultery. Yeah, cheating.
I was about to say a different one. Those were the only three we did, right?
So just two more precepts. So what is the number 4?
I'm thinking.
You cannot get much wrong. There's just 2 options.
I'm just trying to remember.
Either you're right or you're wrong.
I'm trying to remember.
There's one right answer and one wrong answer.
I'm still thinking.
There's not much thinking to think about.
You need to know it.
I'm pretty sure that the one I'm thinking of is the last one, so I can't remember the other one. What is that other one?
Just say what you're thinking.
Just say what you're thinking. It could be the one.
No alcohol?
You are right. That's the 5th one.
Yeah,
so what's the 4th?
Oh, wait, we already did 4? I thought we only did 3.
Tell us the 4th one.
Yeah, we want to get the 4th one. We're just saying that it's right that it's the alcohol is the 5th one. It's not the 4th one.
What's the fourth rule?
I can't remember.
So try. Try.
We already did no killing, we already did no stealing, we already did
Not drugs, then.
no drugs. I can't remember. What is it again?
Okay, so Emily failed that. So now Emily, correct yourself. What is the number 4? Show us that you know it.
No lying.
That's right. Mudawada vera manite kapadantamadiyami. Okay. Yamona, what is the 5th one?
No alcohol.
And?
Drugs.
That's right.
Illegal.
Dura meraya misapamada thana vera manite kapadantamadiyami.
Ramen is up Madatana where we take out the
Titranena tadheng piensatilan dhamanta thukantura kitang katawa apamadena tampadetham. Very well. So let's get into your homework right away. So we will start with Andre, story number 69. Andre, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready now. Jataka 69, the pet elephant. Once there was a stubborn bhikkhu, and the Buddha told him that his stubbornness caused him to be trampled by a gigantic elephant in the past. Long ago, the Buddha was once a man who taught 2,000 students. One of his students had a pet elephant from when it was a baby. The teacher warned that elephants were harmful creatures, but he did not listen. When he was out of the house, there was a storm, and it agitated the elephant. So the elephant trampled the house, and even when the owner came, it trampled him too.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Emily, story number 70.
It's loading and it's not coming up. Yeah, I do not remember whatever.
Okay. So something, you have some problem with your iPad or something happened?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Wait.
Oh, you're trying to go online. I see. So then I will have you read from my screen.
Venerable sir, may I drink some water?
Okay, yes, please. Sakunaga Jataka, right? But that's May. What is your number?
It's almost going out.
70. What is the name of your Jataka? What is the number?
I don't remember. Oh, it's coming up.
70. I do not see your story there. I think there is some problem
Did I
because
not
you
post
didn't post it. I'll show you.
I remember posting it.
Can you see it? Jataka 170, no spot on this earth, and 0. Nothing in there. Empty. Emily, can you see it? I have your post here. No spot on this earth. Totally nothing, no comment. Empty.
I remember posting it.
We get from May, story 71, and we get from Tenza, story 72, 30, 73. We have that. 73 is there. But story 70 now. So you don't have it on a paper? Emily,
No.
where do you write it? You write it directly in the iPad? Emily, how do you write the homework?
I write it on paper and then type it, but
Where's
I
the
don't
paper
know where
now?
to paper it.
You don't know where to. Do you have a notebook where you write it? Or you just take a paper and write it down?
No.
It would be good if you used the notebook. Do you remember you were using notebook for our class?
Yeah.
Where is that notebook? Emily, where is that notebook?
It's at home.
It's at home. And now where are you?
In my shop.
In your shop? Your family has a shop?
Yes.
I see. So,
So I found. Oh, I see it now. I see mine.
you got it? Okay.
Oh,
So,
that's the pet elephant. What?
remember, please, to make sure that your story is posted in the Facebook. Okay. If it was done, you could just read from my
Oh,
screen.
I think I accidentally put it in Andre's place.
Really? Oh, it's right. No, I see there Andre. And then Alian Liu, is that you?
Yeah, that's my mom.
I see, but you did not write your name on the picture. You need to write your name on the picture always. Okay? Everybody remember, you need to write the name on the picture. Okay? If you don't write the name on the picture, then that's not good. Alright, I'll show you everyone. Always you need to subscribe on your picture so that we know immediately whose picture is that. Otherwise it's a mess. Okay, be very careful about that. These pictures are going to our big website, and if you don't write their picture, then we don't know who wrote it. Then it's a mess. And the text also, you need to have first your name and then you write the text. Look at that. Andre, how he did it nicely. He wrote nicely what is the Jataka, he wrote his name, and he wrote his the summary. But no name. Yes, you see? Beautiful. Andre is doing it perfectly. You see? He wrote his name. And he wrote the Jataka and the number. That's exactly what we want. Okay, so everybody please learn from that. Let me see how the other people did. So, you see, this is not sufficient. You need to write your name there. So, May is not here, so we cannot say anything. Now, Tenza, perfect. You see, she wrote her name nicely, but not the number of the Jataka. We want the number of the Jataka here. Okay? And yeah, it's good. You wrote your name, then the Jataka and the name, and then the number. That's good. Tiri wrote her name in here, but that's not very beautiful. What about to write your names beautifully at the top? Okay, that's better. I'm happy that you're using nicely capital letters and little letters when needed. That's pretty good. And you also wrote your name in here, but you didn't write what is the Jataka, Tiri. You need to write the name and the Jataka and the number, okay? So that we immediately know where it goes.
Okay.
And the same thing in the story. So that's a mess. The people who are working on this will be confused. Then Valentina is doing it right. She wrote her name and the Jataka and the number. You see, I've instructed you right, just some people don't follow. Jataka, number, you see name, that's the way it should be. Most of you are doing it right. It's just some of you don't. You see Yamona, done perfect. Your Jataka number, her name, summary. Look at this. Beautiful. Jataka number, her name. You see? That's amazing. Look at that. How many people? You get 3 likes. You see? Tiri gets nothing. Valentina gets nothing. You see? If you don't follow the rules, then it doesn't work well. Ah, you got one like. And Denza, I think if you draw everything yourself, you would be more successful. I think when you add these monkeys there, it's not that beautiful. It's definitely good effort, but you see people are not able to distinguish your artistic talent.
I drew the monkeys and then I took a picture and started pasting them all over the tree.
Oh, so it's actually your picture of the monkeys and then pasting it all over the tree. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Drawing a bunch of monkeys would have been a lot harder.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, but I think you can do better. I think you can do a little bit better. Look at that, May. She draw a bird and nobody cares. You see, nobody cares. But if we look at Andre, oh wow, Andre has 2 likes, and who's that? This is Emily, right? Yeah, Emily has one like. Okay, but the winner. Oh, the winner. Who's the winner? Oh, Zoe. I think Zoe's painting is nice. I think just people didn't see it. Yes, the winner today is Yamona. Yay. Best picture this week. I don't understand what's there in the picture though. Okay, so let's move on. Emily, I'm listening to your story.
Once there was a son and a father. The father had the slightest interest in the Buddha's teachings.
After the father was buried where he wanted, the Buddha asked where his father was buried, and the son told him. Then the Buddha told the story of the past, and one thing he said was that his father wanted to be buried in the same place for 14,000 rebirths. The end.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. You were born in so many times for so many times. There is no place on this earth where you are not buried, where you did not die. Isn't that amazing? Like your body is everywhere. You die just so many times. Okay, Diri. Next, who's next? Just a moment. Next we have Tenza.
Yataka 72, the Tinduka tree. Once a devotee explained that the Buddha was very wise, and the Buddha told him it was not the first time that he was wise, and told the story of the past. Once the Buddha was born as a monkey who became a leader to 80,000 monkeys. The monkeys liked to go to a Tinduka tree to eat its fruits when the village was empty. The monkeys, knowing the tree had fruit, went to see if the village was empty, but the village was full of people, so the monkeys begged the leader to go at midnight, so he agreed to go. When they were sure the villagers were asleep, they went to the tree, but one villager saw the monkey and alarmed the other villagers, so the villagers surrounded the tree with weapons. They were going to get them once daylight. The monkeys asked the leader what to do, so he told them to check if everyone was here. But one monkey was not there, so they waited for him, hoping he would find a way to help. So when the monkey saw the troop was not there, he saw what happened and set the other houses on fire, making the villagers distracted, letting the monkeys escape.
So they set somebody's house on fire so that they could escape.
Oh, the one monkey set the other villagers' houses on fire.
So that they can escape.
Yeah. That's what the story told me.
Oh wow, that's not very inspirational. Okay, let's move on. Next, 73. Where's 73? Didi.
I'm 73.
Yeah, I'm listening.
7.
I'm listening.
One time, a couple told
No. Didi, you need to read the story now. No.
Oh, a stick in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
One time, a couple told their son to leave until their fever was gone, dig up their treasure, and turn rich. He did that, and the Buddha was very happy. Then he told a story. One time there was a turtle who wouldn't leave home. Then he died. The story was about a turtle who was too attached to his home, so didn't leave.
And then? So the turtle didn't leave, and then?
And then when his pond dried up, he went in the mud. But after that, there's a potter who dug up the clay where he was taking refuge in, and then his shell got cracked by the shovel, and then he died.
I see. So that was not very good idea.
Because the turtle was too attached to his home. If he wasn't attached to his home, like
I see.
the man wasn't too attached to his home.
Okay. But it's a little difficult for a turtle not to be attached to his home, right?
Right. He was going to swim somewhere. I think that there was a river, and I think that he could swim to a different pond.
I see. Okay. You mean home like the place where it stayed, and not the home that the turtle has on his back. Okay, yeah. Because detaching from that home on the back would be quite difficult, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So Yamona. Let me see.
the skilled archer. The Bodhisattva was born a prince named Asadisa, who was very skilled in archery. When it was time for him to become king, he gave up the throne to his younger brother. The minister told the king that his older brother was planning to overthrow him, so the king tried to arrest him. When the prince heard this, he fled to another kingdom and became an archer for the king with a very high salary. The other archers were jealous of the high salary. The king was very impressed with his skill. When 7 kings found out that the prince Asadisa was not in Varanasi, they tried to invade the kingdom. The king called for his brother to help scare away the kings. The prince Asadisa did that without killing anyone using his archery skills. Then the prince Asadisa became an ascetic.
Became what?
An ascetic?
I think she means ascetic.
I'm also wondering. Yes.
She means ascetic.
He took the garb of an ascetic. Ascetic. Can you say that?
Ascetic?
Yeah. And what is it? Yamona.
What?
What's an ascetic?
Someone who's enlightened?
Not yet. Maybe. But ascetic is just someone who goes to the forest and meditates. Some ascetics become enlightened and some don't. Okay. But ascetic is anyone who leaves home and becomes a monk. I'm an ascetic. But usually you would use the word ascetic for someone who tortures themselves, who does not eat, who lives without any clothes, and so on. So that's not what I'm doing. But ascetic in the general term includes also monks who follow rules very carefully, who do not wear shoes, who eat one meal a day, who have just a few pieces of cloth. So that still is an ascetic, because they are not enjoying sensual pleasures. They are not enjoying pleasurable things. Instead, they are they're decreasing the things that they use for their private life. Great. So we have Alma. We are actually perfectly ready for the teenagers. So let me just notify everybody in the class, in the group. And right as they come, we can start our meditation. So I want to give them some more time. They have at least 1 more minute. So, hello Alma, we are waiting for you. And we will be waiting. Let's wait. Let's wait at least 3 more minutes the first time. And then we will start. I'm sure somebody will come. I told them. So Alma, you can show us yourself. You can turn on your video. Thank you. And do you think the others will come? Alma, do you think some more students will be coming?
I think so. It's summer vacation.
It's summer vacation, so they're still sleeping. No, should not be the problem. Sorry?
They, I think the majority will come.
Yeah, it's evening, right? It's not morning, so unless they're traveling somewhere and busy being traveling. And if the students here, yeah, that's right. Tenza, you can call Sandy to come. There she is. Great. So yeah, you can actually use that one video, and then Tenza just leaves and Sandy continues. But you will need to, Sandy, you will need to remember to change your name on the video. Later, yes. Okay, so that's good. Nice. I think we can start. Other people can join us. If you all are fine with this setup, I mean for the teenagers, if you're fine like starting like this 10 minutes earlier, then then there is a very high probability that we will not go over time, and we might be able to actually finish earlier. So instead of finishing at 10 p.m., we may finish already at 9:50, right? Because our class starts now with the teenagers, right? That's where our class starts. And the preteens class is not finished yet. So we have merged, a piece of the class, so that you save time, I save energy and time, and so everybody can be very happy. Okay, so let's sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Everyone make sure your legs, hands, face are in the video. And we can, Yamona, you can mute yourself. And as we keep our back erect, we can cast the sight down, so we'll meditate with eyes open, but we will see the floor in front of us. And we can make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 15 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 15 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 15 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy and changing. We continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, chest, abdomen, back, we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy and changing. We continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the body to be heavy and changing. And we enjoy this heaviness. We allow the change. And as we accept the body the way it is, as we give the body the freedom to be the way it is, we achieve freedom from worry about the body. Let's enjoy this freedom. Let's watch this peace. Now let's share this peace with other living beings. May all beings in this room be in peace. May all beings in this building be in peace. May all beings in this city or village be in peace. May all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings on this continent be in peace. May all beings on this planet be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. Stay where you are. Do not move close to your screen yet. We will take one more minute to enjoy the peace we gained in meditation. Okay, very well. So, I'm very happy for the preteen class. Our class is finished here, so it was a pleasure to see everybody. The teenagers, please stay. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be successful in everything you do.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Bye.
Nice, very good. Great. So, seems like not many students came today. Are the other students somewhere traveling or something's happening? Anyone has any idea? I understand it's summer holiday, but
It's summer holiday. At least for us, it just started.
for you it has just started. So you don't really know what happened, right? No idea. Okay. So let's get into the precepts today. Let's recite in Burmese. You already know it, so you can unmute and we can get into it right away. Yamaha wadamitam wadeta
Bande.
aham bhante
Bande.
ditarnena taha
Ditharanena.
piensatilan dhamman yasami anaugahan katawa
Anugahan.
tilan de tame bhante anukampam upadaya. Dutiyampi aham bhante
Ditiyampi aham bande.
ditarnena taha
Ditharanena.
piensatilan dhamman yasami
Piensatilan dhammayasam.
anaugahan katawa
Anugahan katawa.
tilan de tame bhante
Bande.
anukampam upadaya.
Anukampa upadaya.
Tatiyampi aham bhanti.
Tatyampi aham bhante.
Titaranena taha.
Titarena taha.
Piensatilan dhamman yasami.
Visatilam dhamman yasami.
Anogaham katawa.
Anokaham gadava.
Tilan detame bhanti.
Tilam daitame bhante.
Anukampan upadaya.
Anukampan upadaya.
Namo tata bhagavato arahato tamma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato Namo tassa bhagavato Namo tassa bhagavato
Bodhan dharanang gishami, dhamman dharanang gishami, sanghan dharanang gishami.
Buddharam Kisami Dhammaram Kisami Sangharam Kisami
Dutiyampi bodhan dharanang gishami, dutiyampi dhamman dharanang gishami, dutiyampi sanghan dharanang gishami.
Dutiyampi Buddham Dharam Kisami Dutiyampi Dhammaram Kisami Dutiyampi Sangharam Kisami
Tatiyampi bodhan dharanang gishami, tatiyampi dhamman dharanang gishami, tatiyampi sanghan dharanang gishami.
Dutiyampi Buddham Dharam Kisami Dutiyampi Dhammaram Kisami Dutiyampi Dhammaram Kisami
Dharanaagamanam pariponam.
Bhante.
Very well. So, Sandy, do you know what is the first precept? Yeah, you were already unmuted, Sandy. Do you know what is the first precept out of the 5?
What do you mean?
So there are 5 precepts, right? What is the first of the 5? You know, 5 rows, yeah. Yes. And what is it? What does it mean?
It was. I don't remember the order. I don't think.
Yeah, just try and find. This is the first time that we are moving on to this new system. I need to make sure that you know the 5. I've learned from Tiri that she didn't know, you know, the young lady from the preteens, and so I realized that I need to improve the system to make sure that you know at least what are the 5 precepts. Okay, so Sandy, tell me whatever. Try and you'll see.
No killing.
Perfect, done it. So I will always ask you as soon as you answer right, we get to the reciting again. Panati pata veramani teikha padantamadiyami.
Panati Pata Veramani Tekha Padantamadiyami.
Very well. So Alma, what is the second precept?
No, not stealing.
Yes. Adaina dana veramani teikha padantamadiyami.
Adena Dana Veramani Tekha Padantamadiyami.
Yasa, what is the third precept?
I believe it was no drinking.
No.
Where's the fourth one?
Try another one.
There's killing, stealing, drinking, adultery, and what was the last one? Lying.
You cannot have like that. That's not fair. So what is the third one?
Lying?
No.
Then that means it's committing adultery.
That's right, coming together. Kame tume sasara vera manite kapadam tamadiyami.
Kame Vilme Sasara Vehamani Dekavadan Madhyami.
So, Alma, what is the fourth precept?
Don't lie.
Mutawada vera manite kapadam tamadiyami. Sandy, what is the fifth precept?
That was stealing, I think.
No, that was second.
Oh,
Drinking.
right. Yeah, there was no drinking.
But it's not complete. There's one more part.
No drinking. I don't think I remember the second
You don't
part.
think? Yeah, try. Try to think. What could it be? What could it be? Okay, so you don't drink alcohol so that you maintain mindfulness. What else can harm your mindfulness?
Just drugs in general.
That's right, drugs. So no drinking and no taking drugs. Very well. Dura Maria Misapamada Tana Vera Manite Kapadantamadiyami.
Duramidayamisa Madatana Vehamani Dekavadan Madhyami.
Okay, very well. Titranena tadhen piensatilan dhammanta dukantura kitan katawa apamadena tampadeta. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be successful in everything you do.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Very well. Seems like for some weird reason, we will be doing the class only with you three, which is not bad at all. But we are not moving very fast in the reading of the Dhammapada stories. So let's see how well this developed. Okay, so let's start with Aomao. So Aomao, the story 3.3, I think, did you understand the problem? There was an error in the heading, but the pages are correct. So always remember to read the story name and then read for us your summary.
I'm getting my notes up and it isn't loading, so could you come back to me? Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to Sunday. Story 4.1 and 4.2.
The soil of the heart, 4.1. During the teacher's residence with Savatthi and 500 other monks, they discussed the different types of soil they saw in their travels. The teacher told them that the soil they see is only the outer soil, and it would benefit them more to cleanse the inner soil of the heart. Monk attains arahatship, 4.2. A monk enters the forest for the purpose of practicing meditation, but after continuous struggle decides to ask the teacher for guidance. During his journey back, however, he witnesses a mirage that makes him realize how its existence is unsubstantial by reason of birth and decay. By this way, he attained arahatship.
These are very deep stories. Just so is this existence also produced, and just so does it burst. This story is actually further elaborated in the so-called Pena Pindupama Sutta. Alright, so Pema Pindupama Sutta Seems like something is downloading here on the computer and I have no idea what's really going on. The computer sometimes is getting slow and so weird. I have totally no idea what happens. Anyway, so Pena Bindupama Sutta, did we ever read it? The sutta on the lump of foam, about the 5 aggregates, about that the body is like lump of foam and the feelings are like a bubble of water. Did you ever read it? Not yet, right? Okay, I think today is a pretty good time to do that. So let's read it together. I will share with you the screen. It's not huge, but it's not small either. And I would like to gradually guide you in reading discourses, the translations of the discourses. So here you can see a lump of foam, and I will ask Aomao, can you please read this portion that I have highlighted in blue?
On one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Ayodhya on the bank of the river Ganges. There, the Blessed One addressed the bhikkhus thus: Bhikkhus, suppose that this river Ganges was carrying along a great lump of foam. A man with good sight would inspect it, ponder it, and carefully investigate it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, insubstantial. For what substance could there be in a lump of foam? So too, bhikkhus, whatever kind of form there is, whether past, future, present, internal, external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, a bhikkhu inspects it, ponders it, and carefully investigates it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, and insubstantial. For what substance could there be in form? Suppose, bhikkhus, that in the autumn, when it is raining and big raindrops are falling, a water bubble arises and bursts on the surface of the water. A man with good sight would inspect it, ponder it, and carefully investigate it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, insubstantial. For what substance could there be in a water bubble? So too, bhikkhus, whatever kind of feeling there is, whether past, future, or present, internal or external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, a bhikkhu inspects it, ponders it, and carefully investigates it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, insubstantial. For what substance could there be in feeling?
Yes, thank you very much. Now I would like to ask Yaza to read for us the next 2 paragraphs.
Suppose, bhikkhus, that in the last month of the hot season at high noon, a shimmering mirage appears. A man with good sight would inspect it, ponder it, and carefully investigate it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, insubstantial. For what substance could there be in a mirage? So too, bhikkhus, whatever kind of perception there is, whether past, future, present, internal or external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, a bhikkhu inspects it, ponders it, and carefully investigates it. It would appear to him to be void, hollow, and substantial. What substance could there be in perception? Suppose, bhikkhus, that a man needing heartwood, seeking heartwood, wandering in search of heartwood, would take a sharp axe and enter a forest. There he would see the trunk of a large plantain tree, straight, fresh, without a fruit bud core. He would cut it down at the root, cut off the crown, and unroll the coil. As he unrolls the coil, he would not find even softwood, let alone heartwood. A man with good sight would inspect it, ponder it, and carefully investigate it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, and substantial. For what substance could there be in the trunk of a plantain tree? So too, bhikkhus, whatever kind of volitional formations there are, whether past, future, present, internal or external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, a bhikkhu inspects them, ponders them, and carefully investigates them. As he investigates them, they appear to him to be void, hollow, and insubstantial. What substance could there be in volitional formations?
Yeah, it means intentions. Volitional formations are intentions such as intention to stand up, intention to sit down, intention to speak, intention to move, and so on. Intention to get something. Okay, so I would like to ask Sandy to read for us the remaining part.
Suppose, bhikkhus, that a magician or magician's apprentice would display a magical illusion at a crossroads. A man with good sight would inspect it, ponder it, and carefully investigate it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, insubstantial. For what substance could there be in a magical illusion? So too, bhikkhus, whatever kind of consciousness there is, whether past, future, or present, internal or external, gross or subtle, inferior or superior, far or near, a bhikkhu inspects it, ponders it, and carefully investigates it, and it would appear to him to be void, hollow, insubstantial. For what substance could there be in consciousness? Seeing thus, bhikkhus, the instructed noble disciple experiences revulsion towards form, revulsions toward feeling, revulsion towards perception, revulsion toward volition formations, revulsion toward consciousness. Experiencing revulsion, he becomes dispassionate. Through dispassion, his mind is liberated. When it is liberated, there comes the knowledge it's liberated. He understands. Destroyed is birth. The holy life has been lived. What had to be done has been done. There's no more for this state of being. This is what the blessed one said. Having said this, the fortunate one, the teacher, further said this. Form is like a lump of foam. Feeling like a water bubble. Perception is like a mirage. Volition is like a plantain trunk. And consciousness is like an illusion. So explain the kinsman of the sun. However one may ponder it and carefully investigate it, it appears but hollow and void, when one views it carefully. With reference to this body, the one of broad wisdom is taught, that with the abandoning of three things, one sees this form discarded. When vitality, heat, and consciousness depart from this physical body, then it lies there cast away, food for others without volition. Such is this continuum, this illusion, the quiller of fools. It is taught to be a murderer. Here no substance can be found. A bhikkhu with energy aroused should look upon the aggregates thus, whether by day or at night, comprehending, ever mindful. He should discard all the fetters and make a refuge for himself. Let him fare as his head ablaze, yearning for the imperishable state.
Very nice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so this is a little addition to the story that Sandy was summarizing. So for the Buddha, these five aggregates, this me, is actually just an illusion. It's empty, hollow, without a substance. Okay, Yaza, you can read for us your summary.
Alright, so my story was Vidudaba wreaks vengeance on the Sakyas. One day, the king of Savatthi decided that he wanted to serve 500 monks alms, and so he asked the Buddha to send him a monk regularly, and the Buddha assigned Elder Ananda the duty. Although after a week of diligently giving their meals by himself, he neglected his duties for 3 days, which made all the monks except for Elder Ananda to lose faith in the king. On the 4th day, the king prepared food for 500 monks again, but seeing how only Elder Ananda had come angered him. After the Buddha had told the king that none of the monks came due to their loss of faith, He decided to win back their confidence by getting a maiden from the Sakyas into his family. However, soon after the king had received the maiden, he realized she was the daughter of a slave woman. And then that's where I
Yes, that's very good. Yeah, you were reading just portion of that. Yeah, thank you. Alma.
A discontented monk. In Savati, a treasurer's son approached the elder and asked the elder to help him obtain release from suffering. After the son had done this, he asked the elder if there was anything more he can do. The elder told him to become a monk. After the son became a monk, he had teachers and preceptors who always told him things from the Abhidhamma and Vinyas. After a while, the monk thought to himself why he became a monk. He wanted to obtain release from suffering, and so he became discontented, so the monks brought him to the teacher. The teacher then told the monk to guard his thoughts.
Yeah, that was about the rules, right? So when monks don't want to follow rules, sometimes they refer to this story. They say, didn't the Buddha just say there's one rule to guard our thoughts? But it doesn't work. Must follow all of the rules. So I like to say no, but you are not Ukkantika bhikkhu. I think Ukkantika bhikkhu. That's the Pali word for the monk who lost faith. So not really his name. So that's only for him. All others monks must follow all of the rules. But if you ever hear from a monk, that they don't follow rule because they just are guarding their mind, you can tell them, but wasn't that meant only for that one monk who came to the Buddha? Yeah. All right. So let me see how about the others? Oh, Leng Hong made her homework. Yeah, it's a little bit of mess when the students don't come to the class. It's a little bit uncomfortable for me to do all this work, where I have to check whether they did homework, and then I have to mark that they didn't do homework but they actually didn't come for the class, or that they did homework but they didn't come for the class. So it's a little bit of hassle. Yeah, today is definitely, today it's actually our smallest class ever. We never had a class with 3 students like this. We had the smallest we had like with 5 students. Today is the first time that we have just 3. So it's actually the smallest class we ever had. So hopefully it will be better the next classes. Well, you cannot do anything about it. Me neither. But we will see. It was a pleasure to see everybody. We are finishing earlier because we're not so many people. And whatever I teach you will probably not be available for the others. Who knows whether they will watch the recording. So we're finishing earlier today, but I think we did something. And I will send in Facebook the new assignment so you know what to read, what to prepare. It was a pleasure to see everybody, and see you next week. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be successful in everything you do.
Goodbye, Venerable
Sir.
Yes, goodbye, everyone.